What if I told you that every time you drive a car, every time a rocket launches into space, every time a basketball arcs through the air, you are obeying rules written by one lonely man over 300 years ago? Rules so powerful, they still control your life today. Before him, nature was chaos. After him, the universe had laws. His name was Isaac Newton, and this is the story of the man who unlocked the secrets of nature. Isaac Newton was not born into greatness. He was born premature, weak, and so small that people believed he wouldn't survive the night. His father had already died before he was born. His mother remarried and left him behind. Imagine that for a moment. A child, abandoned, growing up in silence. In rural England, young Isaac was quiet, awkward, and deeply withdrawn. Teachers didn't see genius. They saw a slow, distracted boy who preferred carving wooden toys and staring at the sky. No friends. No praise. No future, at least that's what everyone thought. But what they didn't know was that inside his mind, the universe was waking up. Isaac Newton didn't just observe the world. He obsessed over it. Why does the apple fall straight down? Why does the moon not fall to Earth? Why do objects move the way they do? In the 1600s, these questions had no clear answers. Science was mixed with superstition. People believed nature followed hidden forces, divine whims, or pure mystery. Newton refused to accept that. He believed something radical. Nature must follow rules. And if rules exist, they can be discovered. That belief would change human history forever. You've heard the story. An apple falls. Newton looks up. Gravity is born. The truth is deeper and more powerful. The apple didn't give Newton the idea. It triggered a question he had been carrying for years. If an apple falls to Earth, why doesn't the moon fall too? That single thought connected Earth and space for the first time in human history. Newton realized something shocking. The same force that pulls an apple down also holds the moon in orbit. One law, one universe. Newton's first law of motion says, an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an external force. Sounds simple, but this idea destroyed centuries of wrong thinking. Before Newton, people believed motion needs constant pushing. Newton proved the opposite. You're driving on a highway at 70 miles per hour. If there were no friction, no air resistance, your car would keep moving forever, even if the engine shut off. That's inertia. Your body resists change. When a car stops suddenly, your body keeps moving forward. That's why seatbelts save lives. Newton didn't just explain motion. He explained safety, engineering, and modern life. Newton's second law is written as F equals m times a. Force equals mass times acceleration. This law explains why things move faster or slower, or not at all. Imagine pushing a shopping cart. An empty cart moves easily. A full cart resists you. Why? More mass requires more force. This law became the backbone of cars, bridges, airplanes, rockets, military defense, space exploration. NASA still uses Newton's laws today. Every launch, every satellite, every Mars rover, all obey Isaac Newton. Newton's third law states, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is the secret behind rockets. A rocket pushes gas downward. The gas pushes the rocket upward. No magic. No mystery. Just physics. From Apollo 11 to SpaceX, every American space mission exists because of this law. When Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon, he did it on Newton's shoulders. Newton unlocked nature's secrets. But genius came at a cost. He was isolated, paranoid, emotionally distant. He fought rivals, destroyed friendships, worked himself to exhaustion. He once said, I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself, I seemed to have been only like a boy, playing on the seashore, while the great ocean of truth lay undiscovered before me. Even after changing the world, he believed there was still more to learn. Before Newton, humans guessed. After Newton, humans calculated. He didn't just explain motion. He gave humanity the language of physics, the foundation of engineering, the roadmap to the stars. Albert Einstein later said, "Newton was the greatest genius that ever existed." And even Einstein built upon Newton. In 1665, something terrifying swept across England. The Great Plague. Universities closed. Cities emptied. Fear ruled the land. Cambridge University shut its doors, sending students home. For most people, this meant lost time, lost opportunity, lost hope. But for Isaac Newton, this became the most productive period in human history. At just 22 years old, isolated in his family home, Newton entered what historians now call the Annus Mirabilis, the Year of Wonders. While the world was dying outside, Newton was rebuilding the universe inside his mind. No professors, no classrooms, no textbooks guiding him, just silence and questions. Why do planets move in curved paths? Why does light split into colors? Why does motion follow patterns? Most people need structure to work. Newton didn't. He needed absence. Day and night blurred together. He forgot to eat, forgot to sleep. He wrote equations by candlelight, driven by an obsession so intense it bordered on madness. This wasn't talent. This was relentless focus. While working on motion, Newton noticed something strange about sunlight. When light passed through a glass prism, it broke into colors. Most scientists believed glass created those colors. Newton disagreed. He proved something revolutionary. White light is not pure. It is a mixture of all colors. Red, blue, green, violet. This discovery laid the foundation for optics, modern lenses, cameras, telescopes, and even your smartphone screen. NASA still uses Newton's optical principles today. One man, one prism, a permanent change to science. Newton quickly realized something terrifying. The math available at the time was not enough to explain motion. So he did what no one had done before. He invented new mathematics. Today, we call it calculus. Calculus allowed Newton to calculate changing speed, curved motion, acceleration over time. Without calculus, no engineering, no physics, no space travel, no modern economy. Every bridge in America, every airplane wing, every financial model, all trace back to Newton's mathematics. And yet, he didn't publish it. Another man, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, also discovered calculus. Independently, what followed was one of the ugliest rivalries in science. Newton accused Leibniz of stealing his ideas. Leibniz defended himself. The scientific world split in two. Newton, powerful and vindictive, used his influence to destroy Leibniz's reputation in England. This wasn't noble. This was human. Genius does not make someone perfect. It makes them dangerous. Newton's greatest achievement wasn't the apple. It was the universal law of gravitation. He proved that every object in the universe attracts every other object, from grains of sand to planets to stars. This law explained why planets orbit, why tides rise and fall, why galaxies hold together. For the first time, humanity understood that the universe was not random. It was mathematical, predictable, knowable. In 1687, Newton published a book with a name so intimidating, most people still fear it today. Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, or simply, the Principia. This book defined Newton's laws of motion, universal gravitation, mathematical physics. It is considered the most important scientific book ever written. For over 200 years, It remained unchallenged. Every scientist who came after Newton stood in his shadow. Newton didn't just rule science. He ruled money. He became warden of the Royal Mint, responsible for England's currency. Counterfeiting was rampant. Newton hunted counterfeiters like a detective. He interrogated criminals, collected evidence, sent men to the gallows. Cold, precise, unforgiving. The same mind that calculated planets now calculated human weakness. Newton was knighted by Queen Anne. He became Sir Isaac Newton. The boy nobody believed in became the most powerful scientist in Europe. He led the Royal Society, controlled scientific publishing, decided whose ideas lived or died. Power changes people. Newton was no exception. For centuries, Newton was considered untouchable. But in the early 1900s, a young patent clerk named Albert Einstein noticed something strange. Newton's laws worked perfectly, until they didn't. At near-light speeds, at massive scales, Einstein didn't destroy Newton, he refined him. And even Einstein admitted, Newton was right within his domain. Newton built the foundation. Einstein built the next floor. Newton's greatest lesson wasn't physics. It was mindset. He showed humanity that nature follows laws. Laws can be discovered. Knowledge compounds. One mind can change everything. He proved that curiosity is power. Isaac Newton never went to space. Yet he made space reachable. He never flew. Yet he made flight possible. He never touched the future. Yet the future still follows his rules. From falling apples, to rising rockets, to the rhythm of the stars, the universe still whispers his name. Isaac Newton, the man who unlocked the secrets of nature. The next time you see an apple fall, a car accelerate, or a rocket rise into the sky, remember this: one man, one mind, one set of laws. Isaac Newton didn't just study nature, he unlocked it. If this story inspired you, hit like. Subscribe for more legendary science stories. Comment below. Do you think Newton or Einstein changed the world more, and why? Because understanding the past is how we design the future.